morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Peggy.
Good morning, Teresa. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Well, I hope everybody can hear us, and I hope you're excited to do Blind Date with a Bunny again. Today's project is a tag book that we're using. So if you're doing the projects with us, you'll need to get your tag sheet out. This will be the sheet of paper we want, and I'll show you. You can go ahead and start cutting it, but make sure you save some of the pieces from between.
Maybe we should wait a minute because we don't have very many people here.
All right, we'll wait. We'll just talk for a little bit.
We'll just say good
Okay,
morning.
It's Peggy and Teresa here.
And Janet
from
is
Memory
drinking
Bound.
and linking.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And maybe you could tell that we have one more kit
yeah.
left.
Okay, so we have one more kit left. And Kelly did say that it is available by phone.
Call in.
So call in if you want it. First caller gets it. So there you go. So just the one
It's our
kit
blind
is all
date
that we
with
have
a bunny.
left. Yep, and it
Peggy
is
today.
$49.99, I believe. Is that right? Was that the right price? $49.99.
Yes.
It says right there. It is the right price. Okay. So $49.99. If you want it, call in, and it's yours.
Okay.
So
now we have people jumping on.
We do have some people jumping on.
Good morning,
good.
everyone.
Yay.
Everyone's so happy to be here. Good morning, good morning,
You know, it's a bright sunny day here.
It
and It's
is.
supposed to get close to 60, and what a change that is from what Monday was when it was below zero wind chills. So we're really happy that today is sunny and bright.
Yes, and it's hump day.
Hump day, yes, yes. And we also want to say thank you for all of our customers that were either here yesterday, called in, or placed an order for our St. Patrick's Day sale. We thank you so much.
We're still working on orders this morning.
Yes, we're still working on orders this morning.
You guys were busy last night. Online shopping.
So we thank you for that. It's it's a great way for us to connect with you and things. So we do appreciate your patronage, and thank you for being here with us.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Do you think we have enough to get started?
Yes,
Teresa?
we can get started.
All right.
Now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, today's project.
People were slow hopping on, or we were late. I don't know. Probably we were a little late, and
I had to come running over here. I was chit-chatting. So today's project is this little tag book right here.
It's so cute.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to use the tag sheet that came in your kit, and if you want to start, as I said before, if you want to start cutting it, you can, but just be careful because we're going to use some of this paper that's like on the outside of it. So cut the lengths of it because we're going to cut it up a little bit later, and I'll kind of cut it here on the video too. Teresa, do we want to go to the down camera?
Sure.
Then I can show the tag book, and then people don't have to look at me.
There you go.
So, I'm actually I need to do one thing here. I need to X out of something so I can see so you guys can see my arm.
Oh,
okay. Now I can see the chat.
All
okay.
right.
So today we're going to do this little tag book, and I gotta make sure I'm in.
How do you want me to move this? Do you want
I
me
think
to move
we're okay.
it over?
No, I think we're okay.
Okay.
We're good. So, when I first saw this tag sheet, and I thought, oh, what an adorable tag book this could make. And I thought, let's go ahead and use it. And so that's what we did. And so this is what our little tag book is going to look like. We did both sides of the tag. We decorated both sides.
Very cute.
Lots of die cuts on here, some different paper.
Shirley says she's going to love this.
But
good.
You guys, it looks like there's
so
a lot,
excited.
but it goes so quick. I'm telling you, it goes really, really quick. We have a little fold out here.
Oh, that's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see how you did that.
And then we have a little pocket here, right there. And then, we used it dimensional. I used a lot of dimensional adhesive on this just to give it some life. And this is another little pop out here that we can open up.
Oh,
so you can do that
cute.
too. And then the back page. So there we go.
So there's 6 tags.
There's 6 tags altogether, but you get 12
front and back.
Right.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we are going to, when we do this, we are going to do the fronts of each of the tags first, because once we get the fronts all done, I'm going to show you something really cute.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, we
It's
have
gonna be a
another
surprise.
question. Shelley wants to know if she missed the layout that we had scheduled that you had to cancel.
Oh,
did we get that rescheduled yet?
No, we did not.
Okay.
And it's actually not layouts, believe it or not layouts. I know that's kind of a surprise coming from me, but it's just a little mini book that I did using the Pink Lemonade line from Simple Stories, as well as Lavender Fields. So I did 2 little mini books to show, and I might be scheduled maybe next week. I don't know for sure.
I don't have the updated calendar.
I'm not real
here,
sure on that. So
we'll let you know when it's a Peggy day. People love Peggy days.
Yes. So that will be coming. So as we get started, I'm going to talk a little bit as we get started too. The things that you're going to need, supplies you're going to need to have your tag book. And I'm just going to trim that off right now as we talk. And then you also need the 6 by 12 inch white paper that you got in your kit. We're going to cut this up to make our little photo mats. And
I don't think Peggy's on March 31st.
No.
That's going to be me actually with crayons.
Oh, okay.
Because it's National Crayon Day.
Oh, well, gosh, we have to do that. Okay,
I think.
I trimmed off, below the tags. I want to keep this piece because we're going to cut this up and we're going to use it. You know how I always say that, it was on my desk, so I thought I needed to use it? Well, that's one of the things. These were on my desk as I was doing the tag book, and so I thought, well, I need to use it.
I love those barcodes when they put stuff on them.
I do too. So, we'll just cut these apart. And if you're more comfortable cutting these with scissors, cut them with scissors. It works. Cut them however you're most comfortable. Again, I'm going to save that because I just really like that stripe. And I'm just going to cut my tags. And then I'll use my scissors to cut across the edges on it too. So we're just going to cut those across and save those pieces.
I'm just noticing you are cutting at the bottom of your trimmer.
I cut backwards. I cut backwards. Yes. I always cut at the bottom of my trimmer. I always do. I don't know. I think I just started doing when I first started doing it. That's how I did it, and I just never changed.
Okay.
So yep, I cut from the bottom. So if that appears to be backwards to you, it is. So
okay.
I do it. I do. I don't know why. I just do. That's how I started. And you guys, if you have one of these Spellbinders trimmers, they're great. I don't know that I've ever had a trimmer cut as straight as what this one does for me. And I love that I can really line things up and cut exactly where I want to cut to. So it's just...
We've sold a lot of those.
Yeah, and I love it too because it has that scoring blade on it too, and I use that quite a bit. Now I miss that just a little bit, but that's okay.
Donna says that's how she cuts too. So does Corinne.
Well, good. I'm not
Letha.
I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
Cutters.
All of us
says
backward
she does
cutters.
It that way too.
All of us backward cutters. So,
and you're not even left-handed.
No, I'm not.
I thought maybe it would be a left-handed thing, but I don't do it that way.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm quite as accurate if I come up here,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I cut back and forth. So I'm more comfortable down here than I am at the top.
So Bunny, the tags are about 3.5.
3.5, yep.
By
about 5, maybe
5.5.
Yeah. And we'll have to remember that 3.5 measurement because we're going to use a lot of things that are going to be cut to 3.5. So throughout this. Okay, I'll do that. So I don't know how many of you guys are crafting along with us today, or if you're going to craft later. Either way works. I'm just going to take my scissors now and I'm just going to trim off the corners.
And Doodlebug makes these papers with these big
Yes,
tags.
they do.
On other lines.
So
you could do the same thing with another line with these big old tags.
Because you need, one sheet of paper and, maybe a little bit of cardstock, and then like a package of the Chit Chat or the whatever the die cut package is.
Or you could
called.
cut your own tags.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely you could. Because we have the punch that will do the corners on there, you know?
Sharon says she cuts from the bottom and she thought that was the right way.
Well, Sharon, it is the right way in my opinion.
I don't know that there's a wrong way, but
you know, as long as it cuts, I think
yes.
that's just
if
as
you can
long
get
as
it straight using a trimmer.
Right.
That's the
And this is the only one that I use this almost exclusively because I can get my I can get a straight line.
Yeah.
And some of the other ones I just struggled with getting a straight line.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Donna
we have
says
that.
for her it's a short thing.
It's a short thing
to the top and reaching.
Well,
that's funny.
I hear you, Donna. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I have my tags all lined up here, and then I'm going to take my.
It switched.
But did it? Oh, it's me again. Sorry.
There, I don't know. I saw the screen jump and I didn't even notice that it switched.
I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't
paying attention.
Goodness.
Next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to line my tags up. So I just have them all stacked up like that. And then I'm going to take my crocodile, or if you have like the 1/4 inch hole punch, take that. We're just going to punch a hole in it. And I can do all 6 of them at once with the crocodile. And now I know that my hole is lined up all the way through. So there we have that. How slick is that? Okay.
Very nice.
All right.
Shelley purchased my Easter bunny pattern with the fabric.
Oh,
and yeah, that's the size that I used. I didn't do extra for a seam. That's just the size that I used.
All right, and then we're going to go to the 6 by 12. We're going to cut this into 3-inch squares because that's what the size of our photo mats are going to be on here. So 3-inch squares on here. See, so 3. And we'll get 8 of them out of just that one sheet of paper, which is really nice. We have 8 little photo mats. So just cut them into the 3-inch squares. And then we're going to be set and ready to start.
Someone asked the price of the trimmer, and they are $31.99.
And worth every penny, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Worth every penny. We do sell the replacement blades on it as well. Yeah. So yeah, we sell the replacement blades on it as well.
Yep.
And if you do buy it, the one thing that I will tell you, there's a protective clear sheet on the cutting surface. Take that off before you start using it. I think Kelly learned that the hard way.
And it comes with the scoring blade.
It comes with the scoring blade. Yep. It comes with both blades on there. We do sell the replacement on the cutting blade. And I have used mine over and over and over again. I think I got it shortly after they came out. I've replaced my blade once, and I'm still getting nice cuts on it. So I'm really happy with that.
Good.
All righty. Let's get started. So you know how we always talk about Roy G. Biv in the color world? And this is going to make Teresa very, very happy. So as I did this, I followed Roy G. Biv. So red goes first. So my pink, my red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. Okay. So that's the order of our tags. So Roy G. Biv, if you think of that, that's the order that we're going to go. The first tag is this pink one. And I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm going to take each of the tags off so you guys can see the finished tag as we make it on the video today. So side-by-side comparison. So this is our first tag. And the pieces that we need, and these are all the chit-chat pieces, or the ephemera pieces, or the die-cut pieces. What is that? What's the name of that? Odds and ends. The odds and ends is what it's called. Okay. Package. You're going to use, let's see, let me get that off there. Have all my notes here. You're going to use this real cute little wreath, which is just adorable. We have one of the little Pete bunnies, and I just use the mint green one. An egg with some grass on it, Use that one.
Cute.
And then another little piece of grass, a 3-point grass. And then we have a couple of stickers that we're going to, 3 stickers. We are going to use first the Hello Spring off the sticker sheet. And then a couple of the words we're going to use, and we're going to use good times. And that's right on the sticker sheet right there. And we're going to use happy. So all those 3 things off the sticker sheet. And as you know, I do like to use my powder tool on things. The word phrases, I'm not going to powder on this one, but this I am, because I'm going to pop this up a little bit, and I don't want it, sticking down where where it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to powder that up. So if you have your powder tool, go ahead and use that.
And unfortunately, I know those have been on back order for a while
really?
for some reason.
Oh,
yeah.
Before I figured out that they actually made these, I used to just keep some baby powder and a little brush on my desk, and that's what I used. Same thing. And then I'm going to go to, I'm going to put a couple of pop dots on it, and I'm just going to use a couple of them here because we're going to pop that up. And I'm going to put a pop dot on my egg too, because that is also going to be popped up a little bit. So those are the things we're using pop dots on this one. And the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to stick down our wreath. Just take your adhesive, and we're just going to put this on here. I have this little striped egg that's on it. I have that on the right side. You guys can put it on here however you want, but that's just kind of how I laid it on there. And just kind of center that on. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit because I'm going to put things below it. So our word good times is just going to go right above the wreath, right above the pink, right up there. And then I'm going to take my little Peeps bunny, put some adhesive on him, and he's just going to go, oh, wait, before we do that.
He's sticking to you now.
Yes. I'm going to use one of my thin pieces of my stripe that I cut off. I'm going to cut it to 3.5 inches. Let's see. And you don't really have to measure this as far as the width of it. It's about 1/4 inch. I mean, if you cut it between your, between the tags, you're going to get the thin enough piece. And then I'm just going to take that, and I'm going to put that, I'm going to kind of center it on the bottom pink part, and I'm going to run that across. And I always, one of the things I do a lot when I am creating is use like these small strips of paper that I maybe have left over, because I think it adds a little bit more color to what you're doing. And sometimes, especially if I'm, making this little grouping here, it also gives it a place to ground. So it's not like floating on the tag. So I'm just going to kind of put him like right on top of that, and he'll come up above the wreath a little bit, right up there, and he's flat. And then I'm going to take my grass. Where did my grass go? Did I lose my grass already?
It's right there.
Right there it is. Okay, I'm going to take my grass. I'm actually going to kind of lay this kind of right here, so I can kind of determine where my grass is going to go, because I want it to cover. So I'm going to just lay that down, and then I'm going to stick this down as well. And he's going to come, and he's going to be tilted just a little bit because we want to see the Peeps eyes on there. And then we're going to take the word happy from the sticker sheet, and we are just going to stick this on. We're going to kind of tuck it underneath the egg and below the grass. And there it goes. And then we're going to take the Hello Spring, take the backing off the pop dots, and then lay that kind of at an angle across. And tag number 1 is done.
Very cute.
Here we go. So there's tag 1. Okay. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put these. Now we're gonna go to tag number 2. And like I said, we're just doing the fronts of the tags. And on this one, just take a little piece of your white cardstock that you got in the kit and cut a 2x2 square, because that's what size this one is. The photo mat on this one is going to be 2x2. And then I did, on all of the photo mats, I did kind of go around with a black pen and just kind of edged them all. And this is this is a pen that Katie likes. It's the Mono Twin black pen. It's dual tipped, so one is a little bit wider than the other. This is kind of a fine point. And all I did was just kind of go around the edges of it. And you guys can, I just kind of, I didn't care if my lines were straight or not.
That's cute.
What
a great idea.
And the reason I kind of decided to do this, and I did it twice, so I kind of went around and just kind of up and down over across it. If you guys, would rather do, something like with a broken line and some dots or something like that, that was really popular, at one point too. Do that, do however you want. But the reason I decided to do this, the black around all the photo frames, is because all of our tags, have this black stitching. And I thought it would just kind of go with that. So that's why I did that. So there's our 2x2 piece. And then the other pieces that we're going to need on this, oops, need that? Okay. The other pieces that we're going to need on this are the sun, another egg. Let's see. So we have the sun. We have actually 2 eggs. We have kind of the pink one that is striped, and then the pink polka dot carrot, and you can use any of the carrots that you have. And then we have the little chocolate bunny with the 3 eggs. And there's a couple different chocolate bunnies. You use whatever one you want. And then I also have a 3-edged grass and 4-piece grass. So those are the things that we use. And then I'm going to pop dot both of the grasses, but I'm not going to do it quite yet. I'm going to pop dot the striped egg first. And the reason I'm not doing the grasses yet is because I want the grass to be, actually I didn't pop dot. I want the grass to stay level with the egg here. So if I would have pop dotted the grass, it would have come up higher than the egg, and I didn't want that. I wanted that to be flat. So we're not going to pop dot any of that quite yet, but these are our pieces that we're going to use. And then we also need to get the word hop, hop, hop off of the sticker sheet. So right
Cheryl
there.
wanted to know if the pen is permanent. It is a Tombow pen. The writing on the pen is in Japanese or something.
Yeah, we can't read that one.
But I just put it on a piece of paper and then tried to
take
use
it
some
off.
spit on it.
You're very inventive.
And it did not do anything when I put my spit on it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's pretty permanent.
Yeah, I think so too. I never thought about that.
Very
I never thought
scientific.
about that. And I'm also going to put a couple pop dots on the sun too.
Janet says the website says it's permanent. So there
good.
you go.
Good. Janet, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put my photo mat on. So that's just going to go right here, right in kind of the right corner where that grid design is at on the tag. I'm just going to line it up with that on the top and on the right side. So that's where that's going to go.
Donna says, excellent project, Peggy.
Well, Donna, you are so kind. I love your play on words there. That's really awesome. Okay, then we're going to put the sun on there. If you found your sun. You guys, if I need to speed up or go slower, if you're crafting with me, let me know. I want to make sure that you guys are having a good time with the project too. Oopsie. And so the sun, I'm just going to cover up just a little bit of, just a little corner there. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to make sure that, my hole is still, I can still put the ring through the hole. It's going to come off, the sun's going to come off the edge of it just a little bit. So you'll see it a little bit there. Okay.
I like it how it hangs off the edge.
So we have that. And then the next piece we're going to put on is the bunny. And the bunny is going to just go right here. And then I'm going to put the little pink egg on there. The polka dot egg is going on. And it's going off to the side. This egg is going on. And then I'm going to put this egg on. Just a second. I'm going to put adhesive on this because I kind of want him hanging out here. And then we're going to put this one on kind of at an angle. Like that. And then, right?
Jerry said spit proof. I bet that's not on their website.
I bet it's not either. Then what I did next, I just put a little bit of glue on here because I wanted to make sure it was going to stick onto the egg because I'm not using the pop dot on it. I just want it to stick. I want a little bit hanging off there. And same with the 4 one. And I'm only going to put the glue like in the area that it's going to touch the egg because I don't want glue all over either. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to slide that on there. So there is that. And then I'm going to take Hop, Hop, Hop and put it right below.
So cute.
Let's see.
Kim says this has given her some ideas of some other collections and tags that she has. That's great.
So there's number 2. Number 2.
Very cute.
We have that one done. All righty. Now we're going to go to number 3.
I love little 2x2 photos.
I do too. I do too. They're
adorable.
kind of fun. Okay. Number 3. We're going to the orange tag. And this is, I'm not going to draw the lines on my photo mats going forward just because of time on here. But you guys know that we're going to use the 3x3 tag. Okay. And we're going to use the little, the kind of teal colored tag from the tag sheet. So if you have that, and then I'm just going to trim the edges on that. Because I thought this would be a, kind of a fun place to journal on there. And I'm going to just kind of lay it here like that. And then I'm going to take my photo mat and put that on here. And again, you'll want to, go over it with your black pin if you want to. Don't have to. And put it on there. Oh, let me try that again. Put your adhesive on the sides, not the top and bottom. If it's on the top and bottom, you're not going to be able to get your tag in there. Okay, so then the tag is going to slide in there too. Like that.
That's cute.
Kind of slide him in there always. I'm actually going to trim him off a little bit because he's just maybe a tish too long. Trim him off and bring him down on there. Okay, so he's on there. Then I'm going to use pop dots and I'm going to pop this up, but I'm only going to use the pop dots along the bottom, and then I'm going to put one over here on the side just to kind of hold him. So just a few of these. And then I'm going to use a little one over here on the side. Because I don't want to put it on the photo mat because then you won't be able to put a photo on there.
I was trying to figure out why you're doing that.
I want to go around the photo mat.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you already have your photos ready to go on here, go ahead and do it. You can go ahead and put the adhesive or the foam dot on that. But if you're like me, I don't have my photos ready. So there's that. And I'm going to bring him over here. And then I'm going to use one more photo dot on my little yellow flower. And I'm going to put the photo dot on the top of the flagpole that he has there. Let's see, get rid of some stuff here. And then I'm going to put my little flower there. So that's popped up just a little bit there. And then from the sticker sheet, I am going to take one of the stars. I'm going to use this yellow star right here. And I did use my glue on this, and I only glued like the top couple points here because it's going to go on the tag. Oopsie. And I might have gotten a little too much there. It's going on the tag. It will come onto the photo mat, but you're still going to be able to pull that tag out if I didn't adhere it down here. But you're still going to be able to pull the tag out with it on there. Really, you can. Just believe me on that one. I can't do it right here. And then Best Day Ever is going to come on that tag as well. Just underneath the star. Like that. And so now we're done with tag number 3.
And then someone wanted to know if we're going to have the photos on those photo mats. So yes, you would normally put a photo there. You would cut it a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
So you have some white showing, or your black pen part showing. But you could put anything there, really.
I mean, if you have a photo, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, that's going to fit on there. If you don't want the, the pin stitching on there, leave it. Just put a 3 by 3 photo on there. This is just, just to show you where you can put the photo. It's just kind of the photo holder on that one.
Just like on the pink tag that you had the white mat.
Right. Okay, now on this one, we're going to use another little strip from the tag sheet that we cut off. So we're going to save that. And then, my little notes here. Okay, so we need a little blue flower, a little orange flower, a carrot, and there's a variety of carrots in the odds and ends. It doesn't matter which carrot you take. They're all the same size. They just have a little different pattern on them. We want the 5-point grass, a yellow flower, polka dot egg, and the chocolate bunny in the pink basket. And then we're going to take our floral paper, and
that's cute.
The grass is on the back, the flower is on this side, and we are going to cut it to 3 by 3.5. So it's going to be 3 by 3.5. And I think I have mine already.
Okay, Bunny. I didn't even see. Bunny must have put an angry emoji on a comment. I didn't even see it. She's apologizing.
What?
She's saying she didn't mean to do an angry emoji, but I didn't even see it. So
no
Bunny. Problem, Bunny.
Okay, so
we all have those moments,
right? Okay, so 3 by 3.5.
Okay,
and that is just going to cover this grid area. So we're going to just put that down real quick. So it's just going to cover it. Oh, I didn't cut that very well. Here we go. Put it in between the black. Just kind of center it there. Okay, and then we're going to take. Actually, we're going to take 2 strips of our diagonal stripe.
You're going to use every little bit of that.
I do use it. I do use it. And if you cut like across the bottom and down on, you're going to have a 3.5 inch stripe on here. And I'm just going to take that and just put it right above that bottom black line. So it's going to overlap my floral part. And then I'm going to take the other one. I'm actually going to put that just above, so right along the edge of the yellow on this tag. Okay. So just like that. And then my photo mat's going to go on. Oopsie. Okay. And that's going to kind of come up. It's going to cross that black line. So we're going to go just below the diagonal stripe, and we're just going to center it on there, 3 by 3. And then our next thing is we're going to use our chocolate egg. And I actually, you can use whatever adhesive you want, but this adhesive I'm only going to put along the bottom because I still want to be able to slide my photo in. So this is just going to go along the bottom, and the bottom of it will be right below the little scallop of on the tag. So right there, and that way you're still going to be able to slide your photo underneath there, okay? And then we're going to build from there. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to tuck in these little flowers. And on the little flowers, what I did was, because I don't want them sticking to the back because I need to be able to slide that photo mat in, or that photo in, I put glue just on on the front of one of the petals. And then I just kind of lifted that up and put that on there. And now it's glued to the front of my basket.
Oh,
okay.
Cute trick.
So I'm going to make sure that it's that way. Okay, so it's just glued there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the orange flower, and I'm going to tuck that underneath there too. Okay, so just a little bit of glue on there, and then lift that up and just kind of tuck her in. Okay, so now we have our little flowers over there. We can still put our photo mat underneath there. Then I'm going to take my yellow daffodil, and I'm only going to put adhesive toward the bottom again. I'm going to put that over this direction, so it kind of goes almost to the edge of the photo mat there. Glue that down, and then I'm going to take my pop dots, and actually I'm going to use the little ones. We're going to start with the egg. Just put a big one there. And I'm going to tilt him over just a little bit because I want to be able to see the bow on the bunny yet. Okay. And then on my grass, I'm going to put a pop dot just on the one side because I'm then going to attach it with my adhesive to the egg. Okay. And if I were to put the dimensional adhesive on this side too, it would be kind of cockeyed. You know, it would not be flat. It would kind of go up. So you only want to have the adhesive on the one side, or adhesive on one side and pop dot on the other. And again, this grass is what is kind of grounding the whole little grouping together. Okay. And then I'm going to take my carrot, and I want him to be popped a little bit too. And so I'm just going to put the pop dot actually on here rather than on the carrot because I'm not real sure exactly where it would fit on the carrot, you know, to keep it flat. So I'll put it on here, and then I can add my carrot to it.
That's a good idea.
Okay. And now my carrot's on there. And we're done with that one. So that's 4.
Very cute.
Okay. Go to number 5. This one's a little trickier because we're going to create a little pocket along the side. So you'll need to get the yellow plaid. It's polka dot on the other side. So that. And what we're going to do here, we are going to cut this 1.5 by 3 1/4. Okay. So we're going to go 1.5 by 3 1/4. So cut that down 1.5. It's going to be 1.5 wide here, but it has to be 3 1/4 high. Okay, so it's going to go there. Let me get my green one here. And then I'm going to take my score tape because we're making this into a pocket, and I think I used just the 1/8 inch score tape here. And I'm just going to put that along one of the long sides. Okay. So just along one of the long sides here. Oopsie. And then if I could actually peel it off, that would be helpful too. Okay. Come on. So kind of peel that off. And then we're just going to line it up along the edge of the green tag, I think. And we're just going to center it between the two black lines. Okay. So that is going to create our pocket. And then we can decorate our pocket. So I'm going to take the stripe here and I'm going to cut 3 1/4. It's going to be cut to 3 1/4. That's how much of it I'm going to use. And I just put it on my trimmer actually and go to 3 1/4. The one nice thing about this trimmer is that you can you don't have to cut all the way through things. If I can get it on there. So to 3 1/4, I'm just going to take my trimmer and cut through it. Okay. So now I have that cut, almost. Didn't quite get it all the way through. Okay. And
you
then
could use your scissors too.
What?
You could use your
could
scissors
use your scissors,
too,
yes. And then I'm going to stick this on here on the very edge. Okay. So that the scallop, I don't know if you can see it. So the scallop edges are still, you can kind of see those. And I don't mind if they have some sticky on it. It's not going to make a difference. The big thing is making sure that it's primarily on the pocket. Okay. All righty. And then you're going to take the word strip Hanging with My Peeps, and I'm not sure where that paper is. It's the paper that had like all the little words on it and things.
Oh, okay.
But you're going to cut out Hanging with My Peeps. And we're going to trim that up. It's going to be like, this is 3 1/4. We're going to trim this to 3 1/2. And we want to make sure that we are just trimming it to, centering the words on here. So as we look at that, I'm just going to kind of cut that. And it's going to be 3 1/2. We want that just a little bit longer than the pocket itself. And then you can use score tape or you can use glue on this, and you're just going to put it on the very ends of it because that's going to overlap your pocket. Actually, you could put it all the way across, I guess, because it's going on top of the pocket. So that would work. But you want to make sure you have some kind of strong adhesive on either end because we'll be sliding things in and out. And then this is going to go just above the black and right up against that, the sticker. So you're right there. And then you're going to take another piece of that you cut off from your tag sheet, and that's going to go right above that. And again, it's just another way to add some color to your pages. And one thing about Doodlebug is that it's just so bright.
Oh yeah.
And fun.
I love the colors.
And then I'm going to trim that off just a little bit because it's a little too long. Okay. So there's that. So now we've made our pocket. Our photo mat is going to slide right in there.
Cute.
Right, like that. And now we're going to do our little grouping down here. We're only going to, glue to the bottom of the elements. So the yellow peep first, we're going to glue, and he's going to just kind of come over his little egg, his little ears are going to, come over onto that. And then I put a pop dot on the little blue one. And again, just on the bottom because we need to be able to slide that photo mat out. And he's going to go pretty even with that. And then we're going to go to the sticker sheet. And right there is a heart that we're going to use. I always like to use hearts in my layouts for some reason,
Katie uses them all the time.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this on the front of it because I'm going to glue it to the grass. You know, so many times we think, well, you have to, you know, if you're going to glue something, you have to put the glue on the back side. You don't. You can put it on the
I
front
know,
side.
I never
It
do
works.
that, so I'm
It
gonna have
works.
to rethink my
Mm-hmm.
grouping.
I might have to, I'm going to put a little bit of powder on here too. Okay. And then I'll just use my glue on this too. I'm just going to glue the grass to the bunny. Just like that.
Very cute.
Okay. And it looks like I need a little pop dot underneath the heart too. Just to keep him up there a little bit. Here. Okay. And there we are.
Green tag.
Number 5. Number 5. Okay. And now we go to number 6. In this one, we are going to go to our 3x4 cut apart sheet, and we are going to get, let's see, we are going to get the 3x4 that says Happy Easter with the little carrot house on it. I'm going to trim off the zip or the barcode strip on here real quick.
Cindy says you're a great teacher.
Oh, well, thank you,
Great
Cindy.
tags.
And what I want you to do is trim around 3 sides. Leave the orange on this side, but trim along the white on those 3 sides, okay? Because otherwise it's too big. Okay, so we're just going to trim a little bit here with our scissors. And I kind of like that rounded edge too. If you want to use your corner rounder to round, you know, if you cut it straight and you want to use your corner rounder to round it, go ahead and do that. If that's easier for you to do.
You are off camera. I don't
Oh,
know
I'm
if
sorry.
I need to see what you're doing there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's why I'm here, to remind
Yes,
you.
yes. Okay, so it should look like this. And
All
now
right.
the beauty of this trimmer, I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to line up the white and I'm going to score right there because I want to create a little fold. Okay,
Oh,
so I've just
okay.
scored that. All righty.
Because I'm like, why didn't you cut the other side?
And then I'm going to fold it back.
Genius.
Fold it back there. Oops, I don't have a bone folder with me, so I'll just use this. Do that. Okay. And then I'm going to put score tape on here. So I have my 1/8 inch score tape. You can do a 1/4 inch because that's how wide it is. But I'm just going to have my score
That
tape there.
1/8 score tape is very handy sometimes.
It really is.
I never thought I needed it, but
Mhm,
when you
I know
need it, it's
Yeah,
the best thing
when you need
to
it,
have.
you need it, right?
That's right.
Okay. So we're going to, because this is going to go right here
How cute.
and it will open there. Okay. So we'll just take we'll peel the score tape off. And if you want, and sometimes I do this too, when I use my score tape, I will also go over it with my glue. It gives it lots of extra hold, but it also gives you a little bit of wiggle room when you put it on to make sure it's what?
That is the best tip. The first time I heard that, I'm like, what?
And then you can take your trimmer too and kind of lay it. Oops. I want it on this side. I'm going to go down here.
Okay, we can't see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom. Take your trimmer. Go to the bottom. My things are all falling apart here. There we go. Just kind of lay it on there. And this way, I'm going to make sure that it's all against the edge. I think Katie's done this before. And this is going to go black line to black line on here. And I just want to make sure I have it. There it is. And that's just a real easy way to make sure your edges are lined up.
Nice.
Okay. So, you know, we could leave it like this if we wanted to. It's really cute like that too.
It is.
So we're going to take the photo mat. We're going to put that on there. And if we open this up, we're going to see the photo mat is going to go just, you know, up to, we still want it centered a little bit here. Just going to go right up against that. Okay, maybe didn't cut my papers quite straight. So there's our photo mat on there. And then a lot of times when I see things like this, this is really cute, but what if I want it bigger and I have this die cut that's bigger? I'm going to just pop that right up there. And you're going to, you see a little bit of it, but that's okay. It's just going to shadow it a little bit. On this one, because this is bigger, it's going to hang down here. When I put my pop dots on, I'm only going to put my pop dots at the top, okay? So pop dots are only going to the top. And you guys can put a few more pop dots on there if you want. I'm just running a little short right there. Okay, and then we're going to pop this on here. Just kind of line it up with what's on there already. And like the edge of the die is going to line up with the edge of the tag too. So there it is. But you know how it pops like that all the time? I want it to kind of lay down. I don't want it popping up like that because then it gets caught on things. And so I'm going to take my little pink flower. I'm just going to put one of the little foam dots on there. And this is going to be used as kind of the holder that keeps it in there. We're going to tuck underneath there. So just kind of place it on there. Not real close, but close enough to kind of catch that so you can open like that.
I thought you were going to say it was like a doorstop.
Yeah. Kind of like that, yeah. That's a good analogy on it. Okay. So now we have all 6 of our tags done.
Very cute.
On that side. And I'm going to show you one other thing. If you guys don't want a tag book.
More tips?
If you don't want to make a tag book out of it, I'm going to just show you one real quick thing.
Lisa says, clever.
Take 2 sheets of paper, and I just happen to have white. You can take pattern paper, whatever you want. I think any of the Doodlebug, like petite print, or the printed ones are going to work. But if you line up your tags, you're going to have a really, really cute layout. So you can do that. You can, take like the diagonal stripes that you have here and lay that around the bottom of it.
I'm just on the top. The camera a little bit so we can see the whole thing laid out. Oh, so you can, that's so cute, you have, Peggy.
You have a layout. So if you don't want to do a tag book, you can just do that. And there's a layout for you. Really quick and easy that way. So very versatile.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I said we're only going to do the front to begin with. So
you just blew Janet's mind.
So there you go. And you can decorate that up, however you want. You don't have to use all of them. I mean, it's just
okay.
What you want to do.
People always say, "What are you going to do with the tags? What are you going to do with the tags?" That is perfect.
Yeah. So you can do that with them. Or you can just you can use it as a tag book. Now, do we have enough time to go through the back? I think we do.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the back side, as you flip your tag book, we're going to go upside down with them this time, okay? So they're going to go that way.
But if you're doing the layout, you don't need to do
If you're going to do the layout, you don't need to do it. Right, exactly. Okay, so this one, I've got just my pink. What one is this one? I can't even remember what the name of this one is. What's the pink? Is this peony? Maybe peony. So you just want to take a 3.5 by 3.5 inch square of that, and you're just going to center it on the tag. Okay, and then you have the heart paper. I think the bunny is on the back side, but it's hearts on the other side. I don't know. We're going to cut that to 3.5 inches too. Okay.
Jerry says you can make a banner too.
You can, absolutely you can. Yes. And then we're just going to put this.
And if you're hanging it where you only see one side, you only need to do one side. If you show both sides, then you can do the back side too.
So this is going to go right along that. And then I'm going to take the sticker, My Funny Bunny, off that. I'm going to add a photo mat. The nice thing about having cut all these photo mats before is they're already ready for us. And so that's going to go just centered right there. And then my funny bunny happens to be 3 inches. So we're going to just put that right at the top. We're going to put it right below the heart. Let's see. Put that on there like that. And then we just have chocolate bunny with the eggs again. Just put your adhesive along the bottom because you still want to be able to get the photo in there. And then make sure you don't cover up your hole. Don't cover up your hole. Everything has to go above that, okay? So there we go. So tag 1, front and back. We're done, okay? And now tag 2 on the back. We're going to take the little floral piece, the little flowers. That again is cut. I think oopsie, I dropped a couple pieces. I dropped
a carrot.
I dropped a carrot. I can't reach down that far. There, handy tool. Okay, so 2 carrots and a little flower. And did I drop my flower too?
I don't
see
see
my
it.
little flower. Oh, shoot. Okay, there's a little pink flower that goes on there too, and I don't see it right here. I'm sure it's probably on the floor somewhere or stuck on me. I don't know. But we're going to take, you have another strip of the bunny paper from the back. It has the pink polka dot on here. We're going to cut 2 strips of this to 3.5 because that's how wide our tag is. So it's 2 strips to 3.5. And then we have our 3.5, and this is 3.5 by 4. Okay, so 3.5 by 4. And we're just going to put that on there. And we're going to center that on the tag. Let's see. Center that on there. Take your photo mat. Put that on there.
Diane says you could put them in a Doodlebug album and you could see from both sides. That would
absolutely
be really cute.
Yeah. And then you're just going to take your stripe here and just kind of border the top and bottom of the floral paper. Okay.
I'm sure we're going to find that flower when you're done.
I'm sure we will too.
But I've looked, I don't see it.
I don't know.
Unless it's underneath your tags that you have there.
I don't know.
No?
No, I don't see it.
It's probably flipped
It's
upside
somewhere,
down,
yeah.
so the white piece is showing and we can't see it on the white table.
So you're just going to take your 2 carrots. Again, adhere them, just on the bottom because you want to be able to do that. And then you're going to take a pop dot and put your pink flower on there. So we're just going to pretend we did that.
When you find it later.
Yeah, when we find it later, after the video's over, and it's like, I don't know, it's like stuck somewhere here. So that's what that's going to be. Really quick and easy. These actually go together pretty
Donna
quickly.
thinks it's stuck in your Post-it note. I don't know.
It might be. Oh, it is. Donna.
Good call, Donna.
Donna, you're the best.
Donna says, is it stuck on the Post-it
Thank
note?
you. Thank you.
Oh, those little things can drive you crazy, man.
Right? Gosh, what would we do without our people here?
I know.
Man. Okay. All right. So we're going to put that on there. Here we go. Okay. So that one's done. Donna, thank you. You're the best. Okay. Now the orange one, flip that one over. And we are not going to put any kind of paper on here. We're just going to go with our photo mat.
Okay, bye, Janet. Janet's leaving us, so we're on our own now. Bye, Janet.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, Janet. We're just going to put our photo mat kind of toward the top here because the pieces that we're going to put on the bottom, the die cuts are a little bit bigger, so they needed a little bit more room. And Donna, I'm being really careful not to get anything stuck to the Post-it note there. Okay, so another carrot, blue polka dot egg, the egg carton with a little chick on it, and then coloring eggs. Those are our pieces here. And on this one, I'm just going to put, adhesive again toward the bottom of this because it's just going to overlap my photo mat just a little bit, and it's going to go even with the right edge of the tag. Even with the right edge of the tag there, okay? And then I'm going to, I'm just going to kind of lay this here for right now. I'm going to trim that off here, but I just want to lay that for placement of my pieces. And then I'm just going to take my foam adhesive. I'm going to put it on the top of the egg and the top of the carrot. So I do want these kind of angling up. And then I'm going to put adhesive on the bottom of each of those pieces. So they're stuck down. I'm not going to, let's see, put that, take that, oopsie. Okay, so my carrot with the adhesive there, I'm just going to kind of slide that under there and put him on there. And then the egg is going to go kind of behind him. And you can see they're kind of popped out at the top. They kind of give that dimension. And then I'm going to put this on here. Adhesive on the table. And I'm just going to go. You
that
see,
caused an earthquake.
right? On the egg carton, you have the little lighter teal with the darker turquoise there. I'm going to line this up right underneath the lighter one. And so it covers like the bottom of my egg and my carrot, and kind of center the word on there. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off the edges. Okay. All right, so now we have that one done. Look at that. What was this, number 3? 4. That's 4. We only have 2 more to go, guys.
Okay.
All right. So now we're going to, oh, what? I did it in the wrong order. No, that's right. We're going to the yellow one. That's 3. Okay. Going to the yellow one. This one has a little bit of a flip in it. And I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to go to your tag sheet. And when I did mine, I actually had, this accidentally got cut apart. So if you're going to use the chocolate bunny, make sure you keep the tag next to it intact. Don't cut them apart, okay? So I'm going to use this bunny on mine, and I'm going to cut this right along the bottom of the tag. Just trim that off. And then I'm going to use the scoring blade part, and I'm going to score between the two because I'm going to be able to fold it, okay?
So you're going right between the 2 tags
Yep.
with your score?
So there's my fold.
Okay.
Okay. So I scored it. See, again, the beauty of that trimmer. That's all I have to have out. And so now I'm just going to fold that over. And then I'm going to just trim the corners on it. Okay. So trim the corners. Okay. So now we have that trimmed off. And that way we can make this little fold out. So that way you have a photo and you have a place to write, you know, any kind of journaling. So on this one, what I'm going to do, double check here. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of lift the front off a little bit on the right side. I'm going to lift that up because I'm going to tuck, because I'm going to tuck this underneath it. So I'm going to put adhesive on here.
Wait, can you show us which side you put the adhesive on the tag?
On the tag, I put it on the one that I'm not going to show. So on the printed side that's not going to show. So this is the way this is what I want to show. This is my little flip. This is what I'm not using, okay?
Right. The one with the pattern.
Yep, the one with the pattern. And so then I kind of lifted this up a little bit from the front, and I'm going to slide this in. And there's my little,
oh, cute.
Oh, I got to move it up a little bit. I'm sorry. Got to move it up. Because I don't want it to show. I may have to trim that part up just a little. You know what? I'm going to trim this. I can't remember how I did it. So I'm going to trim this off a little bit, just to that. Okay, so trim that off a little bit. And then
if you can move up a little bit.
Yeah. This is a little bit kind of, we're going to just kind of line it. Yeah, it's a little tricky there. I'm gonna line it up just a little bit.
I was gonna say, does Creek cut all this stuff?
Trim just a little bit more off. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of forgot how I did it, so I'm sorry.
So you're just trimming where the
Just
hole is.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I want
to
to cut
get it in
yeah,
your
so that it's the same size as this.
right.
And I'm going to line it up so you don't really see it. Okay, so there, you can't really see it, and it's on this side because you remember we're going
Yes.
upside down with it.
Yes.
We're going upside down, and then I'm going to take the yellow because I didn't want it to just be all striped. I'm going to use this yellow, and this yellow is going to be cut. It's 3.5 wide, and then I'm going to cut a 1 inch and a 2 inch piece. Okay, so 3.5.
Kimberly put the cutest rainbow heart.
What's that?
Thank you. Kimberly put the
Oh.
cutest rainbow hearts on there. I don't know how you guys do that, but it looks really cute because it matches the Doodlebug.
So I want a 1 inch piece, and then I want a 2 inch piece. Okay. So the 2 inch piece is going to go here, and then we'll trim off the corners of it. So we're just going to put some adhesive. We'll put adhesive on here. Okay. And then I'm going to line it up with the top and the sides. Okay. So even though we've covered that up, we can still trim it off. And the reason I went with the yellow on this is because the front side of the tag is yellow too. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we have that, and then we're going to have to take our crocodile and punch a hole too. So we're going to take the crocodile and punch that hole. Okay. So it's there for us. And then we're going to take the 1 inch piece, and we're just going to attach it to the straight edge of the tag. All right. Then we're going to go to our sticker sheet, and we're going to use the rickrack one, the green rickrack, and we're going to slide that on here just to border the top.
Rhonda says, "Don't apologize." She likes that you
Did I
showed
screw up?
the solution, that you showed how to do it.
You know, I always say that when you think you've made a mistake and something works out, it's just a new technique.
That's right.
Okay, so then we added the rickrack to it here. Keep it that way. So there we have that. And then, oops, I probably shouldn't have done that one quite yet on this side, because I want to put my photo mat on there. And the photo mat is going to kind of go here. I'm going to try this again. Take that one off. We're going to go here with it. And then this is going to go along here. And then we're going to take our floral piece, and again, just adhesive on the bottom of that because we want that photo mat to get in there. And we're going to tuck this underneath. Okay. And then this becomes the little flip to hold. Well, it will if I did it right. There we go. Okay. To hold our tag.
Cute.
Okay. So there you go. There's your photo
I
mat.
love
That
those
holds it in.
little
So that holds it in.
flips.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Next one is the green one. Okay. And this one, we are leaving the tag just like that.
I love the diagonal stripe.
I do too. That's
It's
really
so bright and fun.
and that was why I kept like all the pieces, when I cut the tags apart, because I thought I'm going to use that. I know I'm going to use it because I always say that every good collection has a good stripe. It either has a good stripe or it has a good polka dot. Either one of those. Okay, so now on this one, you go to your 3x4 cut apart
aparts?
sheet,
Mhm.
and you get the Somebody Loves You. So this is 3x4. You take your teal paper and you cut this 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. Okay. Because I'm just going to have, oh, I don't know why I did that one first. I'm just going to have 1/8 of an inch showing all the way around. Okay. And because I already put adhesive on here, I'm going to just have to put it down. So you just kind of center that on there. You don't want to cover up your hole again. And then this goes right on top of it with just a little 1/8 inch showing all the way around. Okay. And then, you know, I really like this. You can leave it like this if you want to. I just like to kind of bump everything up.
Mhm.
So I'm going to take my little, I'm just going to imitate what's on there. And I'm going to just take my pink bunny, my pink peep, and I'm going to put him right up here, going to cover up the one on the thing. And then I'm going to take my yellow Easter egg. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to peep him out here a little bit. And then I'm going to take my chocolate bunny with the little pieces around there, and I'm going to pop him up. Okay. And he's just going to be popped up right there. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my sticker sheet and find the word bunny. That's just right at the bottom. Find that. And it's going to go like right there. Okay.
Cute.
And that one's done. Would that take us like 2 minutes?
Yep.
That was a quick one. Okay.
Edith says she had to leave for a little bit, so she's going to spend this afternoon
Oh, well,
watching
good.
the video.
Fun,
and
fun.
she says it's amazing. So,
All right, now we are
Thanks,
on
Edith.
to the very last one. And this one, because it's the back of the tag book, is going to go the same way as the front side did, okay?
Yep, that makes
Because when
sense.
you flip your tag book, if it's upside down, you know, your tag book is hanging like this and it's upside down, it's going to be upside down. So we are going to keep the tag with the circle up, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So on this one, we have the two little bunnies, the little girl bunny with the basket and little boy bunny there. And then off the word sheet that you have, you're going to cut especially for you. And then you also have this paper here with the little peeps on it. We're going to cut that. We're going to trim off a row of peeps. And then I'm going to cut on the teal, I'm going to cut just a 1/4 inch to go across the top there, okay? So this is going to be a 1/4 inch. You guys know I really like my 1/4 inch strips. If you don't like 1/4 inch strips, you don't have to put it on there. I just like them. Okay. And we don't want to cover up that hole. So I'm actually going to put this one underneath the hole rather than in the hole. Let me trim that off a little bit. Okay.
Donna says she's watching now, but we'll craft later.
Craft later,
but
yep.
She enjoys watching you.
Okay.
How
And so
you
then we're
explain.
going to, I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to trim off one of the rows. This is not quite 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Oopsie. But I just want a row of peeps. Okay. So the row of peeps is going to go along the bottom of the tag. Okay. Just going to trim that off. And then the especially for you, we want to center that on the tag right above the peeps. Okay. So center that. I mean, I cut it the way it is on the sheet, center it on there, and then trim it off. That way you know that you have the right length of it and you're not losing any of it. Okay. And now we have a place to ground our little bunnies. And these bunnies, I just adhered to the back. I didn't pop anything up on them. I'm going to put the little boy on first because the little girl's basket's going to go in front so they look like they're holding hands.
Oh.
And I actually tucked one of his feet underneath the especially for you a little bit. Tuck that in there and kind of let him lean a little toward the left as you're looking at it. And then I'm going to put her, and I kind of did the same thing with her. I want them to look like they're holding hands, but you know, their inside leg is going to get tucked underneath there if I can get it a little bit. Kind of have to work that around a little bit. There. And now we're done. That's it. We did it. We
Very
did it,
cute.
guys. We did it. Okay. So let's put these in order again.
So now you either have a tag book, a 2-page layout, or a
Mhm.
banner.
Yep. Either way you want to go. Any way you want to go.
Yeah. And Kay says now she has to find pictures. That's the hard part.
You know, it is. It is. Okay. And, you know, just because I put mine in Roy G. Biv order doesn't mean you have to put it in Roy G. Biv
What?
order. Okay.
What are you saying? Are you crazy?
Yes. And so then we're going to do kind of a little junk bow on the ring. So because we've already punched the holes in the ring, we can put the ring right in there. And then we're going to create a little junk bow. So take like your different ribbons that you have and just cut, you know, like about a 6-inch piece on there of each of them. You don't need much. Oopsie. And we'll trim it up a little bit too once we, you know, get it taken care of, once we get it done. I really like this dark pink ribbon. I think it is so pretty. Okay. And then we're just going to kind of line these up. Like I said, we're just going to kind of make a little junk bow out of it all. Oopsie. And where did my green ones go?
There's some on the floor right behind you, under the
Oh, yeah.
table.
Under the table. I cut it really. Oh, I thought I cut a couple pieces. Okay, grab that. Sorry, guys. You know, as soon as I cut this again, I'll find it. Okay. And so I just took a little bit of, you know, each of my ribbons. And then the twine is what I'm gonna tie in a bow. So I took a little bit more of the twine just to make sure, because, you know, I'm a little bow challenged. And then I'm just gonna wrap it around the book ring. Oopsie. Wrap it around the book ring. And then I'm going to take my twine and tie a nice tight bow. Okay. Let's see. Teresa, will you hold this for me? Sometimes you just need an extra hand. Okay. And if you have the reverse tweezers, those are really nice to have when you're going to do something like this, because you can hold your ribbon with the reverse tweezers. I kind of double knot it just to make sure. And then I'm going to just tie a bow. And kind of adjust that a little bit. Good tight. And there we have it. There's our little junk bow.
So cute.
On the top of our ring. So we're done. We're done.
Awesome. Everyone's
So,
loving it.
Yep, there we go.
There's going to
1,
be some crafting
2,
today.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember that pops up. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there's 12 different tags that we made in an hour, not even an hour and a half. So quick project, cute project. Have
Very
fun
cute.
with it, guys. Have
Yeah.
fun with it. This is just really a fun line. It's just so cute and pretty. Again, we still have one of the blind date with the bunny
Yep.
kits left.
Just call
If you
you're
want it,
interested.
just give us a call if you're interested in it. We have it for you. It's $49.99, 13 projects. I know Sarah did the 3 coasters last Friday. Kelly did the banner with the 6 cards on Monday. Our tag book here. Tomorrow,
gonna switch you.
Katie's going to be with us, and she's got a really cute lights right in front of me. Katie's going to be with us, and she's got a really, really cute little mini book that you guys are going to make. And then on Friday, engineer Chris is going to be here, and she has a really cute. I'm not sure if it's like a card.
It's an Easter
box,
basket.
An Easter basket. It's really cute. Whatever you want to call it, it's adorable, and you guys don't want to miss that at all. You don't want to miss Katie. You don't want to miss Chris. Fun stuff. So if you want that kit, we still have the kit, $49.99. And guys, thank you for hanging out with us. I know it went a little bit longer today, but thanks for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. And I hope you have fun with your blind date with a bunny.
Everyone's loving it.
Yeah.
So we will see you again tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Thanks.
I know, Kelly got another one too.